DM's always open at Ben and Kelly Show, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can always shoot us a DM, and then, we'll turn it around, see if we can try to help you out.
Jen sent us a message. My boyfriend, who's been living with me for the last 6 months, is without a job at the moment. He tries to help out, but mainly it's me paying for the groceries, rent, car, insurance, dish TV, and his prescriptions. Ugh. Well, last night he informed me that he's now planning on using some of the little money that he has been able to save from when he was working to fly to Phoenix with a couple of his old college buddies so they can see a concert 3 days before Christmas. So if he's not working or barely paying for stuff at home, does he have a right to fly off with his friends to a concert 3 days before Christmas? Help me out here.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I see her point.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, that's tough.
They're not married.
No.
However, okay, so legally, sure, no, he doesn't. He can do whatever he wants with his money.
Uh-huh.
But morally speaking, yeah, I think it's
not a good look.
Yeah, I think it is not a good look, especially if he's been kind of living rent-free, utility-free for several months.
Yeah. He should be putting all of his effort. And she didn't really mention if he's been working hard to find another job, but it doesn't sound like it. And I think that's the biggest problem. If he was trying to make an effort to, get back on the right track and be a contributor, then maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal. And then, of course, she's thinking, all right, does that mean I'm not getting a gift?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I mean,
he's using what little money he has to do this.
It's now. We don't know whether or not her boyfriend moved in with her because he lost his job, or if that was the thing that they decided to move in together, then he lost his job.
Not sure.
I don't know the timeline on that because they've been living together for 6 months, but she says he's been without a job at the moment. So it sounds like maybe he just got released. And if that's the case, maybe there's a severance that he's not necessarily worried about finding another job because he's still being paid severance.
Well, he should be, though, if, he's not contributing to any of the bills. Like she's fully supporting him. So if he was receiving some money still, he'd still be contributing. Yeah,
you're right. I was trying to justify a little bit in my head,
you can.
What was happening.
I feel like, no. I mean, this is, if you're in a situation where you're unemployed, you're not able to contribute to any household expenses, you're living with your girlfriend, I just don't think now is a great time to fly off with your buddies to a concert.
And then you're being selfish and saying, no, this is going to be about me. Yes. And instead of using that money to help you out with things like rent, my own prescriptions, insurance, groceries, all that stuff, then that's not a good look. I'm sorry, Jen. I don't know what we can say other than, yes, we back you up. Yes, we validate your frustration.
Yes, you have a right to be upset because he's not adulting very well.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are like, technically, he has a right to go.
Yes, he does. It's just not considerate.
But yeah, like Lisa says, he does not have a need to go. If he's not grown enough to see the difference, that's a problem.
Right.
There's Jacqueline rolls in and says, look, technically he can do what he wants with his money, but it's disrespectful, and it says a lot about how he views their relationship. A lot of people saying that's a red flag, big nope. I
just think it's immature. It's not showing that he's mature enough to see he's got some responsibilities he's not able to fulfill.
Yeah, financial responsibility.
I'm sure they agreed when they moved in. Let's share things.
Yeah. And for him to be like, well, this is my money. Okay.
Right.
Okay, now you're going to pull that when you want to go take a plane trip all the way across the country to see a concert right before Christmas? Not right. She's
paying for his prescriptions and everything.
I know. Jen, I think you're just, is there a hard, does she throw the ultimatum out?
Well, I think she sits him down and be like, hey, look at it from my perspective. This is what's been happening. This is the dynamic right now. How do you think this makes me feel that you're just flying off to have this amazing time when I'm covering all of our necessities?
Does it? Well, no, I guess that doesn't make sense because Brittany brought up a good question. Did he get the tickets before he lost his job? It sounds like, according to Jen, he was using the little money he had to do this.
Yeah, which tells me that this wasn't purchased before. He was just scrounging together what he has right now to make it happen.
Yeah, because I think that would be different, maybe a little bit, if he had already pre-purchased all this stuff and then he lost his job and all that, and then he's like, you know what, I still want to go and whatever. And not to mention,
a lot of times that's non-refundable.
Yeah, but are we even thinking plane ticket, concert ticket? Okay, but then what about everything else that he's got to pay for once he's in Phoenix?
I know. Yeah, that's not where the expenses stop.
All right. So I think we can go round and round.
His buddies are going to foot the bill for all that stuff.
I don't know, but I think we're just going to go round and round and come back to the same conclusion that this guy is not, his priorities are not in check. And Jen, you're going to need to either sit him down and say, look, you can't go.
Yeah, well, I would say look at it from my perspective. I'm sitting over here supporting us in every way. So, not happy that you think you can just take off like this, have the time of your life. I feel like all your efforts should be going towards finding another job so that we can be equal partners in this.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, Jen, you just need to basically just tell him you cannot go.
Ooh, okay.
And look, and if he decides, all right, I'm going to go anyways, then you have even more of an answer.
Right. So. Okay. Well, I think I don't know if you phrase it like you can't go, because then she's almost momming him. I would strongly suggest I don't want you. Yeah. Well, I would strongly suggest I don't want you to go, and this is why, and see what decision he makes from there.
And then if he still decides to go, say, no, I don't want you to go. Maybe I wasn't clear. I don't want you to go.
Or when you come back, your stuff won't be here.
There you go. All right, Jen. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of perspective from an outside source as to what's happening in your relationship. But whatever does happen, keep us posted, all right? And good luck.